So hello guys, what is up? I'm your host Abhishek Chaudhary and welcome to this channel Code with Rapper. In this lecture, we are going to cover the topic, an important topic, document object model. Okay, we really need to understand basic concepts of JavaScript, and we are going to learn it in this lecture. Okay, so let's begin. So guys, what is DOM? DOM stands for Document Object Model. If you want me to give a straightforward answer, then it's an interface that allows the JavaScript code to access and update three things, generally three things: the content, the structure, and the styles of the document which is on the web page. So the JavaScript code interact with the elements on a web page using document object model. Okay, so let's go and dive deep into this concept. Okay, so yeah, stay calm and we will learn everything about it. First and forward, I will try to uh, load a web page. Okay, and this will be again our this website. And right click and inspect it. So guys, when this web page was loaded, okay, it was on the web server, hosted on a web server somewhere around the world. And when it was loaded first, what happened here? Okay, what things went in the background? We will try to understand it. So guys, you see this when this web page is loaded, we have mainly two things. Okay, the HTML part and the CSS part. Okay, so guys, when our web page is loaded, it has HTML and CSS, both codes to share to our JavaScript code. Okay, both code to share this code to our JavaScript. But our JavaScript cannot understand either the HTML or CSS because the HTML is a markup language and CSS is our style sheet. These things doesn't follow the oops concept, right? But our JavaScript is object oriented. So if you will give something like this, JavaScript will be like, what is this? I don't understand it. If you give this, still JavaScript won't understand it because this is markup language. These codes are written in markup languages. Okay. So our JavaScript doesn't understand the concepts which are not oops. Okay, which has classes, objects, properties, and methods. You might have uh, uh, been known about these things, the oops concepts. If you haven't, then no problem. Uh, in the future lectures, we will try to learn it. But yeah, it is means JavaScript understands the object-oriented concepts only, and these are markup languages, HTML code. Like if you will try to uh, communicate a message in some French language, then I won't understand, right? Because I know few languages and French is not included in them. Okay, so our browser sorry, when this web page is loaded, our browser knows this pain of JavaScript, that JavaScript cannot utilize the HTML, the CSS code directly because it is written in different languages. So these codes are of no use for JavaScript. That is why the browser creates a hierarchy of objects and shares that object hierarchy to the JavaScript just after the web page is loaded. So when you try to load a web page, what happens? The browser will read this code, HTML. Oh god, I got HTML, I got CSS, but the JavaScript code which has been written to utilize the HTML and CSS and make this web page very interactive. Okay, JavaScript won't understand it. So what browser will take this code, and it will create an object hierarchy, and it will share that the top of that hierarchy to the JavaScript. Okay, this object hierarchy is called as document object model, which follows a tree like structure. Okay, you see, the object hierarchy means objects are there, and JavaScript is object oriented language, and it follows the OOPS concept, which is object oriented, right? So it will create a document object model, means a hierarchy of object, and it will pass the total hierarchy to the JavaScript. Okay, to the JavaScript. Let's try to access that. When you will write this document, this you can see this whole hierarchy here. Okay, sorry, not this. So what you see is when you write a document here, uh, the whole hierarchy is captured, okay, by you in this console. Okay, and this document is on the top of the whole hierarchy of this document object model, which has been created by this browser after the web page is loaded, and it is shared to the JavaScript. Okay, we will explore the document, no worries. So the browser keeps a special object called document on the top of the tree. It appears as a parent for all the nodes which are available on that tree. Okay, and gives the access of the special object called document to the JavaScript. Okay, that's why this is special object called document, also called as an entry point. Okay, as if it is a key to unlock all the doors for the JavaScript. This document object gives the JavaScript the power to access, manipulate, and add interactive features and a lot more for this JavaScript. So you see this diagram. Okay, when you see this diagram, you see a document object model. Okay, on the first sight, if you will try to understand this, I don't think you will get it, but yeah, I will try to make things clear. Okay, so we know that the JavaScript knows the OOPS concept. Okay, and the browser captures an object hierarchy after the web page is loaded, and it shares the whole hierarchy to the JavaScript. Okay, so when you will write here document dot. Okay, so you will try to understand and you will try to view lots of functions and properties here. Okay, means these get element by id, get elements by tag name, a lot more. Okay, let's see here. When a JavaScript is loaded, the HTML is loaded, and you will see a body. Okay, for that, just below the document, see HTML, okay, and body. So, browser creates a hierarchy of object, and it keeps the document on the top. Okay, the document on the top, and it gives the child's, means all these things are nodes here. Okay, uh, we will try to understand all these things, no worries. Okay, so if I want to access, if JavaScript wants to access this body, what will JavaScript do? The body tag, document dot body. Okay, so document is on top, and dot body means document. Now the JavaScript has the things which are inside body. Okay, which are inside the body, all these things. Okay, so let's write our first code. I will try to open a folder, DOM project. It's an empty project for now. We have it. Sorry, I will add an index.html file here. Okay, and I will write doc here, enter. You will get a skeleton of HTML, a basic HTML. Let's add a title. Sorry for this. Code with a wrapper. Okay, and let's try to open this. You see nothing. Okay, you have only body, the HTML, head, and body. Okay, let's try to add something more. So if I want to access, if JavaScript wants to access this HTML, then JavaScript will access it like the top, which is document dot document element. By this, it will give the whole structure. If JavaScript wants to access the body, document dot body. So the JavaScript can access the body now. But without this document key, without the entry point to the document object model, the JavaScript won't be able to access this body, right? So this object hierarchy is created for the JavaScript to access all these skeletons. Okay, let's try to add some more code. Let's add a paragraph. Okay, so I have added a paragraph and one h1. Okay, so you see this, but this is called the static programming languages, means the static pages. You cannot do anything with this if you don't have JavaScript. You will have to just view these boring things for hours. Okay. I have a diagram here. I have a diagram which has means you can say that it is a document object model which has been created, taking this as a base. Okay, means this is an example page, our paragraph, and example page. Where is that? Yeah, this is an example page, and this is means the h1 has example page. So paragraph h1 means our element which is paragraph, it is inside the body. Our h1 is inside the body, and the whole body is inside this HTML tag. Okay, our head is just inside the HTML. Okay, and this title element is inside this head, and this text, which is we will try to understand this node concept. That is also an important concept. You may try to escape it, but if you have these knowledge, you can challenge anyone. Okay, so this is our example text. Okay, which is written inside this title. See, title something. I have written code with wrapper, no problem with that. Okay, but some text is inside this title. The paragraph, inside the paragraph we have this, the HTML, we have this text. Okay, and both are inside the body. So guys, let's try to understand one concept called node. Okay, I have written a few things here also. You can read it and try to understand it. No problem if you don't. I will try to explain it. Every object in a DOM hierarchy, okay, is a node. Is a node. Means if you will ask me, is this head is a node? Yes, it is a node. Okay. This body is a node. Yes, this body is also a node. Okay. A node can be an HTML element specified in the HTML document. Your input, your paragraphs, all are nodes. Okay, all are nodes in the document object model. So see, our browser utilizes these concepts. Okay, it says let's create a document object model, and we will call every elements here as a node. Just try to just to identify it. It's means to know, you give someone a name to call it. Okay, so this is a node, this is a node. So in general, you can say a node can be a text node. Okay, a node can be a text node that is created by the system to hold a block of text inside another element. Okay, this element is holding something. Okay, if this element h1 is holding a value, means we will call it a node also, because after all, everything which is which you can see on this DOM hierarchy document object model is a node. So node is a document object, you can say. Node is also a document object, And let me give you a high level idea about this. When this whole web page is loaded, okay, when this whole web page is loaded, the JavaScript has a big hierarchy of this document object model, and the document is at the root, means it is at the top, so you can access every nodes which lies inside this document using this document. Means if you will say document dot body, you will be able to access this object, the body object of this document. Okay, if you guys know the concept of oops, or the inheritance concept, okay, so this document, which is the top, the root, the entry point to this whole hierarchy, the document is inherited by a class, abstract class, which is called a node. Okay, so when we have inherited something from something, there is a relationship. Okay, if you guys know, so node is here and document is here. Document is inherited from this node, means document has all the behaviors, all the properties which the node have. Okay, it must have. So it is like if someone is means if someone is a child of someone, then the child will have the behaviors, almost the behaviors and the properties of the parent. Okay, so there is a parent child or base class subclass relationship. It is the inheritance concept, don't worry, we will go through it. So these relationship between them, so there is a node, abstract class, and a document object. So document object is inherited from this object. Okay, this class is inherited from this class, then document should have the behaviors of this node. So document is a node. Okay, a document is a node. So guys, in this hierarchy, if you see, that's why I am telling you this is also a node, this is also a node. What you see is a node, because after all, this is grandfather or forefather of these uh, upcoming children. Okay, so these things should have the properties of their grandfathers. Okay, this is called inheritance. So JavaScript, this is the reason why JavaScript understands this document object model given by the browser, because it is following the oops concept, and our JavaScript cannot understand, which is not an oops concept, which is this markup language, the CSS. That's why browser gives the document object model when the web page is loaded. Just after the web page is loaded, the browser will provide this document object model to our JavaScript. So what we see is, on the top, it is event target. So according to JavaScript, means event target is some, if an object is able to, what do you say, give an event, or can have the listeners of the event. Okay, then that object is an event target. That means if event target means object can create event and it can have the listeners of event. Okay, so this event target is the grandfather of these things, the element, the text node. Okay, that means this is also an event target. This means it's not event target, but it can have the properties of this, because these all things are inherited from the top. So these things can have event target. That's why, guys, what you see on this document object model means the whole document from top to bottom, it's a document. Okay, because this is body, so inside your body everything lies, the whole screen. Okay, so this is also an event target, means I can give an event to it, and I can have some object which is listening to this event. Okay, yeah, that is miraculous, but JavaScript has these miracles. So event is something, when I click this paragraph, something happens in this browser, means event can be triggered from this paragraph. So yeah, I won't go more than that, but yeah, the event target object which can emit event and have some listeners towards that event, that is event target, means all these children can have these behaviors also. A node, okay, then object means every object what you see is a node. The document, yeah, it's an entry point to all these nodes. Okay, so if you want to try to access this text node which is written here, example, you can go through the document. Okay, you can follow the path. Now we will try to understand this paragraph here. Okay, so how, means on the ground level, how this document, how this browser is giving you, is breaking a paragraph into this nodes. Okay, we will try to see that. So what you see in green here, the browser, what it does is it stores that green part in the element node, because a paragraph is an element. So it stores, the browser stores the element into this element node. This is called the property, sorry, the attribute. This is called id equals to demo, means it's an attribute. A class equals to this class, means I can give a class property, right? Attribute, right? So this is an attribute to this paragraph. Okay, so this attribute is stored, what you see in red part is stored in the attribute node. You cannot see here, but yeah, it has the attribute node also. Now comes the third part, which is, this is an example page which is stored in the text node. Okay, the text node. Document dot body, I will try to access that text node dot first child or first element child. Okay, dot if you write this text content, this is an example page. Okay, it's the same, right? So you are accessing this HTML using this DOM tree, document object model tree, and that you are accessing this text content. What does this do? Why is this giving us a strange value, guys? Okay, we will try to understand this also. So when this JavaScript has these concepts, okay, the element node, the text node, the comment node also, when you write a comment line, so when you write a comment line, you know, guys, how to write a comment line. This is the syntax, and when you write a comment line, the browser won't execute that line. Okay, if you write something, the browser will not execute that. So that comment line is also stored in a node called as comment node. Okay, so what JavaScript does is, for this text node, JavaScript gives the node value 3. Okay, node value 3. For this element node, a paragraph. Okay, let's try to access this also, these informations. Document dot body dot first element child dot node value. When you write this node value, sorry, node type, you will get this number. Your first element child is paragraph. You can see for this paragraph, the p tag, the p element, the browser has given the value 1 for this p. Okay, means your paragraph tag. For storing this, means storing that. Okay, for storing this text part, the document has provided node value. Let's see what is the node value. It must be, what can you, I guess, yeah, 3 maybe. Let's see. Try to guess. Dot first element child dot text node. We have already accessed it, right? The 3, sorry. So this part is stored in a text node. Okay, and the node value is given, node type is given means dot text. Okay, for this what do you say, with the text node we have the value, okay, 3. I will not try to, means I was imagining something else. Don't go on that. This part is given the node type 3. Okay, the text, and the paragraph is given as the node type, the element. Paragraph is an element, so it is given node type 1. Okay, now if I have some attribute here, id equals to demo, I have added that attribute, document dot body dot first element child dot get attribute. Does it have? I want to just access. No. So this means this ID. Okay, what you get here is ID. Actually we can access that. We can access the attribute. I want to access the node type of that attribute. Okay, just let me. Document dot body dot first element child dot get attribute. Okay, we have attribute node here, and we will have ID here because it is given ID dot node type. Sorry for that. Node type. Yeah, so ultimately we got this. Congrats. Using this get attribute node, and what is the node type of that attribute node means I have accessed this attribute and I want to know on what node type is given for this attribute, for this paragraph element. Okay, so the node type is given as the 2. You guys can just, it is just for the learning purpose. uh, it's not like you need to keep these things in mind, but if you know this, means you are at better stage, right? So if you just try to understand it, if you don't, no problem. So guys, as I have told you, we have this node, and every object is a node. So for these constants, a constant is a value which cannot change. For these constants, uh, there is a constant, you say variables, okay, given towards it, like node dot attribute node. See, you have accessed the node type of direct this, the attribute of this paragraph, okay, the attribute of this paragraph, and you have got the value 2 using this, using traversing uh, this document object model, and you have got a value 2 by using direct this, the top of the hierarchy. Okay, so these constants, okay, these constants are stored uh, for this node uh, node object also. Okay, node objects also, these constants are means predefined, means already given by these what do we say, the champion node. Okay, so either you try to uh, means node type equals to this, and node dot attribute node. Okay, so this will return true. Okay, because both are having the same value. Okay, no worries guys, for these assignments we say operators, we will go through everything. Just try to grab the concept which I am trying to explain you. Okay, so we understood now that how a browser is breaking these parts, breaking a simple paragraph into these and storing it on the nodes. Okay, so that was a good concept. If you guys know it, means you are great. Let's try to read these things. Inherited from event target class. Okay, notice every object in a DOM hierarchy is a node. Yeah, a node can be element node. If it is element node, the node type is 1, or node dot element node. You can see node dot the element node, here we have, okay, is 1, node type is 1. For attribute node, for the attribute node, okay, we have 2. Text node, this is an example, where is that? Yeah, whatever, the text node, we have written 3, means it is given 3. For the comment parts, we have 8 node type. For the document node, okay, we have 9, means the top. For this, for storing this node, we have node type 9. Okay, so if some object is giving you node type 9, means that object is a document object. Very well. Now move to the next concept. We call it child sibling relationships. Let's carefully view this document object model. Okay, we have this node, this node, this node, everything is a node. So let's grab this. Okay, the child the parent body, if body is a parent, then it has two child. Okay, the h1 element, sorry, and the paragraph element. Okay, so the parent of this HTML, sorry, h1 is body, and the parent of paragraph is this body. Okay, the body has two child, the body node has two child nodes. Okay, the first one is paragraph node, and the second child is h1 node. Okay, document dot body dot first child. The paragraph. Okay, sadly it doesn't have the property called the second. Otherwise I could have got this second element child. Okay, but it is showing you undefined, means it is not given, not defined. No problem at all. Okay, first child dot, do we have siblings? Next sibling. Okay, next element sibling. So after I have printed this next element sibling, we have this h1, means after this paragraph, the paragraph has a sibling called example h1. So see how great the document object model is, how JavaScript is trying to understand. Okay, so body has first child, second child, first child, second child, and this is the sibling of this, this is the sibling of this. For h1, the previous sibling is this paragraph, and the paragraph, the next sibling is this one. See this thing. You can access from this node, you can access this node also directly using the last child. Okay, let's try to access this h1 element, the last child of this body. Okay, see what happens. Document dot body dot last child, the h1. Okay, so these two are siblings, we saw that, so no problem at all. Okay, so this was, guys, the document object model, and I tried my best to explain it to you guys, and I hope that you guys know it now. That's great. And we'll move to the next concept. Okay, means I want to print all the notes. If I say, how will I do it? Okay, so guys, if I will try to print this all the nodes which are inside the body, okay, I will have to execute a for loop. Okay, to make it traversal. Traversal is a means you are iterating something and going through the elements. So you guys might don't know about this for loop, but in the future videos we will understand this. For now, just take it simply, no worries. Okay, so document, it is just for showing purpose, no worries. Document dot body dot for each, do we have that, dot child nodes. Okay, dot for each. Okay, element you see this, I have declared a loop here, means for each elements, I'm trying to traverse it, I'm trying to print it, console it, the element, okay, and I'm getting that the paragraph, the h1, okay, means I am able to access, iterate over the child of all the child of this body, okay. So uh, this is how we iterate, okay. These concepts might be higher for you, because I tried to make these things elementary, but I bought new concepts. We will see those things in future, no worries, okay. So guys, I just want to stop here, because I have explained this document object model. Thank you guys. We will see the next lecture, and we will try to create elements manually. Thank you guys for watching this lecture. Thank you very much.